Welcome in the ring to each and every one of you. We trust that you guys are great. We trust that you guys are well. Wherever you're joining us from tonight, share the live for us and smash that emoji button as well. How y'all are doing, good folks? How y'all are doing? Share, 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 share the live and smash that emoji button as well. We are so happy that all of you could be here with us tonight. Good folks, good to see each and every one of you. Love having you guys here. Love, love, love having all of you here. Share the broadcast for us, please, and thank you. We're dotting the I's and crossing the T's, dotting the T's and crossing the I's. However you want to put it. But good to have each and every one of you here with us. Good folks. Share, 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 share. Share the broadcast that others can get the valid and credible information. We got a couple of things to share with you folks for another 30, 40, 45 minutes, and we out of your ears so you guys can get on with it and have a great evening. We're going to be quick, fast, and nasty. Share the broadcast. As I said, we are delighted to have all of you join us this evening from the many, 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 many places you guys always join us from. Good to have all of you here with us. Good to see you folks. How y'all doing now? Do let us know how y'all doing. There's a lot of things happening. A lot of things happening. Do let us know if you're hearing us clearly as well. Beatrice, Everil, Brenda, Onessa, Joylyn. Good to see all of you on the live this evening. How are you folks doing? How y'all doing? We are so happy that so many of you can join us. And yeah, we're so happy that y'all could join us. Share the broadcast. We're gathering ourselves. We're gathering ourselves. But good to have each and every one of you with us tonight, folks. Good to have all of you with us. We are gathering and gathering and gathering. And who knows, how much we're able to gather. So good to have all of you. Y'all have recovered yet? It's been such a long weekend. Such a long week into the weekend. Have you wonderful folks recovered as yet? We won't press y'all too much. Just let us know if you all have recovered. Little bit, plenty, whatever it is, let us know. Timothy, Beverly, Iban, Hewlett, Alana, Faye, good to have all of you on the live. Wilma Grant, Pamela, all you beautiful and fantastic folks. Happy to have all of you all here with us. Wherever you're joining us from tonight, folks, share that broadcast. We are fired up at this end and we're ready to go as well. As I said, we are delighted to have all of you here with us. Wherever you all are joining us from, good to have you all. Respect and manners. Respect and manners. We hope that you folks have recovered by now. We got to keep moving. Forward ever. Backward is not even an option. So we got a couple of things we're going to share with you folks as we come on tonight. You know them boys start already. I see Irfan Ali had a big inauguration. A lot of things were said, but as we were coming on, we were catching up with some of what they were talking about. Simona Brooms and the Assembly for Liberty and Justice, one of their party members facing victimization, transferred, having gone back out to work from leave, and transferred from one place to the next. Is this how we're going to build this country? Is this how we're going to do it? Is this that one Guyana? Y'all were expecting something different? We were not. We were not expecting a damn thing different. None of it. It's just a lot of cheap talk. This election is almost in the rearview mirror now. Campaigns, if not closed off, winding down. And I want to be the first to say thanks to all of you. Each and every one of you who supported us in so many different ways. Such a privilege to be with you guys. Such a privilege to have you guys with us on the campaign throughout this campaign season when so much was topsy-turvy and so much was uncertain. You all stuck by us by the thousands. We want to say thanks. It means a lot to us. And you're going to see us back in your communities making the arguments, folks, because you know what? The struggle continues. A lucha continua. It continues. And so we look forward to engaging you across this country. DC Fox Secondary School at Warramadong. I saw a young gentleman share some photographs. We covered that when we were in Warramadong, talking about this dormitory they have there. Needs work. We can't put our kids to live under all kinds of circumstances, even to stay for a short time. Folks, we got money now. We got billions now. We got to act like it. You know, if they had scaled back this inauguration a little bit and send some of that money there for a little paint and some new boards and a little more space, right? The DC Fox Secondary School in Warramadong could have been looking good for this new school term. Not so how we sung there. But alas, good folks, nothing irregular. Plenty things not regular. So we crave your indulgence to share the live for us. Smash that emoji button as well, folks. And let me go down the road now, man. The bell is there. Good to have all of you on the broadcast. Elections 2025. One to remember or one to forget. Right? Cassandra, Gavin, Susan, Mark, Wilma. To remember or to forget. Which is it? Terrence, Marley. Which is it? Judy Bailey. Good to have all of you wonderful folks on the live with us tonight. Let us start here. Our thoughts and our prayers are with Lola Doll, Lolita Calendar. Lola Doll shot multiple times late Saturday evening, rushed to the Georgetown Public Hospital Corporation. A lot of doctors did what they had to do, and we're told that she's stable. And we hope that Lola pulls through. We also told her she was shot 8 times. This girl is a fighter. And we hope that this is another one that she fights through and recover. They tell us she was struck in her neck, face, hands, and leg. And she's coming to come. Coming to come, folks. Keep her in your thoughts. Keep her in your prayers. One time is enough. 8 times. And still living and breathing. See, this girl, nothing short of miraculous. We tell you, nothing short of miraculous. And as we're on this subject matter, folks, one of the persons fingered in this dastardly act is one Paul Davey Jr. And he is a U.S. sanctioned businessman. He's now wanted in connection with this September shooting of Lola Doll, Lolita Calendar. And we are told that he surrendered today to law enforcement, turned himself in with his lawyers hours after the wanted bulletin was issued. And we're told as well that Paul Davey remains in custody as investigators probe this very, very horrific attack on Lolita Calendar, Lola Doll. And she was sitting in a car just where she lived, Texas Square, East Ramvelt, and Mandela Avenue. The young man walked up to the car, fired several rounds, discharged several rounds in the direction of Lola Doll. And of course, you know, she's at the Georgetown Public Hospital Corporation receiving medical attention. And our prayers are with her tonight. Our prayers are with her tonight that she pulls through. Got to pull through. Those of you who are people of faith, like I am, Audrey, Gail, Wenda, Kirk, Carol, and Julie G. Remember to pray for her. Please and thank you. Remember to pray for our sister and pray for our friend. I had a privilege about a year or two ago interviewing her. You know, she was bouncing back from a number of challenges. I had the privilege of interviewing her right on this broadcast. And perhaps when she's back to full health, we'll talk to her again about this experience. 8 bullets, life-changing, you know. 8 bullets, they tell us. Life-changing. You good people of faith, Remember, sister. Remember, sister. But let that declaration of the victor of the 2025 general and regional election, that announcement was made late Saturday night. And you know them boys don't wait. So no sooner had that declaration been made, on the grounds of State House, they tell us, hundreds flocked to State House to usher in the second tenure, the second term of Muhammad Irfan Ali. And a lot of things were promised, but like I said, we've seen this movie before. Because while things change, the more they stay the same. And Irfan pledged. He pledged in his speech that he'd be a president for all. With a straight face, he said it. He'll be a president for all. He said he's launching a national crusade against poverty and pledging to establish an anti-corruption unit that will require public officials to declare their assets. Yeah. I hope it's assets from 2020 and forward, and investments and all of that counting as assets. He even vowed to modernize the public service. Wow. 5 years later, modernize the public service, improve education and skills training, and to defend Ghana's sovereignty and strengthen regional ties. Yeah, he can expand access to information, my lord. Here we go, the Commission of Information all over again. All them things can be tested again, you know. And if past behavior is any predictor of future behavior, you know where we're going. He's going to expand access to information. And more than that, he says he's going to crack down on social media mischief. That means he's coming for us. He says he's going to focus on transparency and battle misinformation. We're going to close down DPI and lock off NCN. That's what he said. I kid you not. I kid you not. As ludicrous as it sounds, you know, that is what was said. That's what was said. So we're watching it, folks. Watching and waiting, waiting and watching, looking to see how things begin. And as we said, if a man turning back to work today and people are already victimizing him, right? Already victimizing him. Like, what are you waiting for now? Huh? What are you waiting on? We want to see the words going up. That's that's what we're looking for. We're looking to see the credits. So good, folks. We've seen this movie before, and we're not excited about any of it. We're not excited about any of it. But it wasn't a month ago. We were in a big national scandal of WhatsApp and who taxes and GRA and all of that. You all remember that? It's the same fella talking. He can declare his assets. The big palatial dwelling. Hundreds of acres at Lenora. He can declare that. We can know who owned this big mall there at Providence. The big mall. Hospital in Region 3. How are we going to know that? Huh? He said, yeah, they're creating what? Folks, we're in for a rough ride. I put you all on notice. We're in for a rough ride. He's going to establish an anti-corruption unit that will require public officials to disclose their assets. We're not lying on them. Take a look.
Every official will be required to account for their personal assets, and any who cannot do so will face the full force of the law. We'll pursue both the corrupted and the corruptors, leaving no room for impunity. On this note, I wish to emphasize that the government does not have a system of lobbying, and any person representing themselves as lobbyists or peddling access to anyone in government is misrepresenting themselves and misleading others. A special mechanism will be set up to deal with such individuals. At the same time, we recognize and respect the essential watchdog role of the media and will ensure greater sharing of information by instituting mechanisms in every ministry and department that provide the facts in a timely way. Additionally, and of no less importance, we must as a people hold those who are tasked with dissemination of information accountable for their action. They must be held accountable also.
So this is a government, they want to lobby others, but claiming they don't have a mechanism for lobby. It's not they tell us they're paying a lot of companies in Washington to lobby the US government for different things. It's not the same, folks. Perhaps we got to legislate like the US does. The bounds of what the lobbyists can and cannot do, the reporting mechanism, who hired you, for what purpose, and all of that. It's strange. It is so strange. Brothers and sisters, didn't we see Sue in the living room lobbying? Is this going to be retroactive? could we cover the last 5? Didn't we see Sue Jurong and a quote-unquote businessman in the living room of the vice president lobbying? So the living room off limits now. The tenant, the landlord, and the visitor. The living room, is it off limits now? Allowing them? Chevron, Louisa, Shalene, Robin, Dolly. Is it off limits, Ibon, Sheila Boyd Child? Good to have you back on the live. Is it off limits? That's the question we're asking. Things going to go invest in the right entities. We can still see things happening in the WhatsApp. Lobbying taking place in the WhatsApp. I mean, who holds the rule makers accountable? There was a code of conduct for public officials that was put together under the Granger administration. They might want to take a look at that. Because if there is no mechanism legally to hold people accountable, what is the point? Joan and Jilly G. Iban, what is the point? If you're not breaking any laws or any rules or customs or convention, what is the point of it? But sometimes because we get breath, we can talk. Amita, Raquel, Everett, because we got breath in our lungs, we can speak. And so you had all of these lavish plans and vows, modernize the public service. Well, if they modernize still now, what are we waiting on? Improve education. You know, check out the DC Fox Secondary School in Ramadan Region 7, Upper Mars. Check that out for us. While you're improving education and skills training. Defend Guyana's sovereignty. The song's nice, eh? So that was Saturday, folks. That was Sunday, right? You had the swearing in and all of these lofty promises. Tommy, Eva, and all the others. Lofty promises that were made. That was yesterday. Today, the swearing in of the vice president and the prime minister. You know, I don't know if Mark don't recognize it. If Mark go missing now, they might even notice he missing till the end of the 5-year term. They might not even know Mark is missing. This wasn't an occasion for Mark. This was an occasion for BJ. You see? That was what really this occasion was for. This event was for. It was for BJ. Right? And in typical fashion, you know, All manner of things we saw today. some of that ceremony just this afternoon. You see, the Prime Minister sworn in and photo ops with his family, and then the Vice President and his family as well. Seems like we only see the kids on rare occasions, state occasions. This was the office of the President in Shibdarain Chandrapal Drive. As I said, the Prime Minister and the Vice President were sworn into office, and no doubt by tomorrow we'll see more of the cabinet taking shape. Well, you know, I can't even say cabinet, because Jagdeo say he don't get the cabinet. He confessed that one time. He said he don't get the cabinet. He's not a cabinet person. Yep, that's some of what took place just today, as I said, Shibdarain Chandrapal Drive. He don't go cabinet. He said he's not a cabinet person. We don't know what kind of person he is, but he tell us I don't cabinet. Cabinet was a cabinet. What is a cabinet? What is a cabinet? So on rare occasions, on rare occasions, very rare occasions. Yep. Some of the kids went back to school today, we told. Give some of you a little reprieve. Blistering some, and then elections, and then results, and then Shibdarain Chandrapal Drive today, folks. A hive of activities. Yep. Then give them invitation. Pim. So much happening, folks. We want to give you guys a snapshot of it. So that transpired today. Shibdarain Chandrapal Drive, of course. A lot of promises made there as well. Trying to keep a track of all of them. You know, today, September 8th, as I said, Prime Minister and Vice President respectively sworn in. And Ali said that the appointments reflect unity of purpose and diversity of skills in his administration. Listen to this. He praised Philip's decades of national service, Jagdeo's vision and wise counsel, of which his presidency would not be possible. He says the swearing, of course, signals the formation of the new cabinet following the September 1st general and regional elections. Well, folks, I know a lot of ministers, previous ministers. I saw Ali thank them for the service at his own swearing in yesterday. A lot of them worry tonight. Sleepless nights. I tell you, if you worry with these things, you got your reward already. You got your reward already. You're worried about if you be a minister. You're worried about if you be a parliamentarian. Right? Out of the blues this afternoon, I posted something on Facebook. Out of the blues, a man said, "Oh, this is the attitude thing. This is what you got to do to get into the 12. Where is coming from now? Where is this coming from now? Where it coming from? So a lot of promises there as well. A lot of worry tonight as well, because tomorrow, Irfan knows, Jagdeo knows who going back. A lot of other people don't know as yet if they're going back. So there's a lot of worry. Right? A lot of worry. But not everybody. Because, folks, some of these boys set already. Big businesses, investments, apartment buildings seem to be a feature of the last administration. Minister zone, 10, 15 apartment buildings. Ministers own huge swaths of land for housing projects. They fix themselves. You think them boys wanna come through now the economy and be poor again in this life? They fix themselves real nice. Real nice. I'm happy for them, the family, the children, everybody. I'm happy for them. Very happy for them. No crumbs there. We're watching it, folks. And as we know more, you wonderful folks, you're going to know more as well. And as I said, we were examining earlier on these promises of Irfan establishing this anti-corruption unit, requiring public officials to disclose their personal assets. Why only now? Why the second term? So when you done take everything you had to get, your final term in office, now you're coming with this. Okay. Okay. And of course, you heard in that excerpt we played for you, Irfan emphasizing that Ghana has no lobbying system, vowing to use technology, including blockchain, to ensure transparent transactions. The fellow said that folks who misrepresent or hide the assets will face the consequences. So we're sending Soku now to investigate. Is that what we're saying? We're sending Soku to investigate these ministers to see what is hidden and what we know, what they're coming with and what they have and what they gain while inside. Where's this coming from? Where is this coming from? Where are they going with this kind of lexicon? Say they're going to make a tougher stance against corruption. But more than that, you know what piqued your interest as we were in corruption? When them boys start talking about modernizing the public procurement system. When they start talking about modernizing, like, what? After Tupui, now, what's about the second term? After Bamia, no. All of those projects we've been pointing out, wharves falling apart, roads disintegrating. No. Okay. They're going to overhaul the public procurement system. They want to make it more competitive and transparent. They say they want to revise the structure that widens participation for small contractors and emphasize value for money. You all understand that? Is it palatable for you? Close to 3,000 of you watching us live. 1,600 plus on YouTube. We got over 1,200 joining us on Facebook. We're privileged. Thank you so much. We're humbled. Thank you guys so much. Value for money they're going to emphasize and greater participation for small contractors. For real? For real? Only now. All right. All right. We're happy for y'all. We're very happy for y'all. Right? Continue smartly. Y'all get it right. PVP can get it right. They can get it right. One way or another. Very soon. Very shortly. You'll get it right. But what an election this has been, folks. What an election. And of course, I'm certain you heard Mr. Norton make the arguments about the new realities that we are faced with, where we are currently and where we need to be. Watch with us, he says. Over the weekend on Saturday, leader of the opposition, outgoing leader of the opposition, says that we got to watch together for a little bit And we're going to rebuild and emerge stronger for our setbacks. Folks, if you're old enough to understand, in this life here, we got challenges. Everything will not go smooth on our way. It will not. You see? But we can pick up ourselves, dust off, look back on our actions, course correct, we'll and come again. That much is certain. That much is absolutely certain. As I said over the weekend, Mr. Aubrey Norton had an address to the nation. And here's an excerpt from it. Take a look. Take a listen.
We will come through this and we will be stronger and better. We will continue the journey towards the goal of making this society a prosperous and equal one, in which all our citizens can enjoy all of the rights and benefits of the national resources of our country. I give you the assurance that the APNU will never abandon or desert you, however difficult the circumstances. I'm sure that the members of the coalition will not disagree with me if I reach for a historical moment in the politics of this country. The People's National Congress was also knocked down more than 6 decades ago, even though it had managed to win 41% of the electorate. Yet the PNC picked itself up, and through the committed support of its members and with hard work and dedication, it succeeded in achieving government approximately 3 years later. After the PNC's major loss in 1961, the leader of the party, Lyndon Forbes Sampson Burnham, at a mass rally at Border Green, asked his supporters, "Will you not watch with me for 1 hour?" Similarly, I appeal to all APNU supporters to watch with us at this critical hour. We are like the oak tree. We will re-emerge better and stronger.
Peace and power. Peace and power. So let us know. Kurt, Alana, Avril, Jamal, Ingrid, you're going to watch with us for 1 hour? Do we have you? You're going to watch with us for 1 hour? Please, I invite you all too. Audrey and Marville, Michael and Denise, Mark and Raquel. Good to have you all on the live tonight. I know y'all going to watch. Roderick says yes. Lou says good. Paul and Darlene Savage. 1 hour. Not long. Watch with us for a little while, good folks. Watch with us for a little bit. Watch with us. I ask of you for a little while, please and thanks. And when these things happen, folks, it's not the end. It's beginning of sorrows. Not the end at all. We got a long way to go. A very, very long way to go. I saw the President Irfan Ali met with the Surinamese foreign minister today. It's interesting, the content of the conversation. Very, very interesting. The content of the conversation. They talked about the fisher folk. Talked about other things as well. You all remember the fishing licenses? How we had rolled out the carpet for Santoki? Until now. All now. We can get the licenses. I think this is about 100. Something of that nature. We're still waiting. So we had great interest in this meeting today. And as you would have it, the fisher folks was back On the agenda, back on the agenda. So I guess we gotta watch another 5 years and wait and see if for that state visit by Santoki and all the other engagements, bilateral and trilateral and unilateral, if these licenses and so on can ever materialize. Ever materialize. Folks, as I said to you, when these things happen, it's not the end. It's the beginning of sorrows. Like the election couldn't be finished fast enough for the mayhem to continue. Like it couldn't done quick enough. We saw an accident where a 11-year-old was pinned on that canter. Died in a gruesome manner. We're told that the folks didn't even know. Right? Then after this accident that she was pinned underneath, the driver of this canter truck, we told, was her father, lost control and plunged into a trench on Enmore Public Road. Right? And we told that the father didn't even have permission to use the truck. And the crash injured the mother and another adult in the cab of this canter truck. And as I said, the young lady was pinned underneath the canter truck. And while that's happening there, my Lord, sometimes it's too much. A pensioner was found. This is Abdul Rajan Khan, 69, from Wakenham. He was discovered floating near the Supernam waterfront on the Essequibo coast today. And according to reports, police said that he was seen oozing from his ears, and his son-in-law told investigators that he had left home alone the previous morning in a boat to buy engine parts, but never returned. Thoughts and prayers with the Khan family. The 11-year-old had lost her life. And we told that the boat was later found moored with its clothes nearby, and that the police are investigating and perusing a CCTV camera footage for any clues as to how Mr. Khan met his demise, Abdul Rajan Khan. Again, our thoughts and prayers with the bereaved. And then we're told as well, for the 1-year-old cyclist, Mohammed Shazad Wahib, he was killed when a minibus struck him and his brother at a high speed at Ramsek Public Road on the west coast of Demerara. You notice? Carnage on our roads, carnage on our waterways, violence against women and girls, all the old maladies. And in this particular case of this minibus that struck Mohammed Shazad Wahib and his brother, witnesses said that the bus fled the scene, leaving the brothers injured, and that Wahab later died at hospital. The police are now searching for the driver. It's a wild, wild west, you know. It is the wild, wild west. Sad to say. Wild, wild west. Thoughts and prayers with his family as well. Just wanted to give you some balance in the middle of all the politics. There are a lot of things happening socially in this country as well. Who would want to harm these beautiful nurses? Who would want to harm these medical professionals? Who would want to harm them? We're told that these two ladies, cashiers from the Balwant Singh Hospital, they were doused with what appears to be acid. They're buying their lunch near the hospital quite recently. And they suffered burns and ran to a supermarket where onlookers, we're told, aided them. One victim was treated for severe facial injuries. Police were told searching for a white car that was seen close to where this gruesome act transpired. What kind of mind you got to have to douse a corrosive substance on somebody? You got to be different, boy. You got to be very, very different. Very different. Our thoughts are with them for their speedy recovery. The same way our thoughts and prayers are with Lola Dolph for her recovery as well. You all see the assault on our women in particular. You all see the assault on our women. I also saw the government stating that they are going to, their phrasing, kill domestic violence. Now they pledged to tackle this 5 years ago, and we're right where we started. Violence against women and girls, violence against children, and more promises. But perhaps things are different the second time around, or is it the third time is a charm? We have the resources now to hire the best, the experts that can help us to solve a lot of these problems. And if not eradicate, at least at minimum, mitigate a lot of them. We have the money to do it. And if we take the lives of our people seriously, this is the direction we're going to go in. We got the money. So what is it? And as we wrap up, folks, as we wrap up, we are told that just days before the 2025 general and regional elections, this permit, that license, right, going out and out and out and out and out in a frenzy. We see you, PPP. We see you. Last but not least, that was an aside. Last but not least, right? Mind you, that issue there, that's a company called G2 Goldfields. We told 2 large-scale prospecting licenses covering, listen to this, 17,451 acres of land was given to this company. The average house lot is point something of an acre. The average house lot. And people could walk in this country. Love investment, nothing against it. I'm just showing you. Some of you got applications in 20 years ago for a piece of land. Company could come 2 days before election, get 17,451 acres. 17,451 acres. That being said, we're following this gold miner who was charged 26.7 pounds of cocaine at Ogle Airport. I think we're being told that this emanated from Region 1. Region 1 is slowly becoming the cocaine capital of the world. Slowly becoming the cocaine capital of Guyana and of the Caribbean. And those in authority knows exactly. Those in authority, they know exactly what is going on, and they know exactly who's responsible. But they gotta wait again for the American to show them. Now that they know, they gotta wait again for the Americans to skin them up. Because we hear sanctions coming down. Sanctions are coming down. And I believe every word of it. You all know our brother Travis don't make up things. He don't make up things for the sake of making up things. Things coming down. Things coming down. We got to watch them. Folks, as we wrap up, share the live for us. Smash that emoji button. Good to have had all of you on the live this evening. Wilma, Zamal, and Audrey, Gwyneth, Sadie. Good to have had you and Keith and Wilma, June and Yvonne, Augustus and Leanne Gravesandi, Mark and Sonia, Valerie, Sheila Boyd Child, Chanel Smith Daniel. Chanel, thank you so much for your hard work during this campaign. Ring the bell one time just for Chanel. Chanel worked. Chanel was the workhorse. Chanel was the workhorse for this campaign. Chanel, thank you so much for all your efforts. Thank you so much for all your efforts. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much for your efforts. We're going to see you guys in the next one. That's our time and that's our broadcast.